All right, parents of teen drivers, today we are coming to you with 5 tips on nighttime driving for your teen. So, everyone knows driving at night is much more dangerous, or most people know that. And so, according to statistics that I was reading online, you are 3 times more likely to get into a fatal accident after the sun has gone down. And so, that is very important for our teens. They need to know those types of things. And we need to teach them those types of things so that they are more cautious and more safe whenever it is nighttime. So one of the most important things, and we've had stories of cases here at the law firm where clients have been rear-ended or T-boned, and the other side was just simply like, hey, look, it was late and I was tired. So the number one thing is to make sure that you're not tired. Make sure your teen is not tired when they're behind the wheel, because fatigue is a major issue that will lead to a potential accident. And so just, they've had a long day at school, they've had practice, make sure that they are awake behind the wheel. I can even remember times of waking up early, going to work for my dad in the summers and, being tired behind the wheel, and it was probably not safe as a teen. The next thing we want to make sure that teens watch out for, and this one's a real tough one and it has to do with distracted driving or even texting and driving or whatever, is at nighttime you can't see pedestrians and you can't see bikers nearly as well, meaning bicyclists or even motorcycles. So you want to make sure that teens are, they're watching out for those things when they're changing lanes or they're turning, that they're actually looking out for pedestrians crossing the street or bicyclists going down the road, because that's very important, and that can be something that could really, you could potentially kill somebody if you don't see them and you hit them with a vehicle and they're crossing the road. Next is physically, like for the parent, you want to make sure that your teen gets their eyes checked. And even if they do have their wearing glasses, they make sure that their lenses are properly dialed in so that they can see better at night. Nighttime vision is different drastically than daytime vision, so you want to make sure that your teen has the proper line of sight going on whenever they are driving at night and they don't have any blind spots or anything like that. I recall having a buddy in high school when he first got contact lenses. He was like, wow, I didn't know that all the lights didn't have halos around them when you drove at night. And so it's just one of those things where you want to make sure you're giving your teen every advantage you can and making sure that they have strong vision, and proper glasses and proper contact lenses is extremely important. So the last two kind of go together. Basically, it's being able to know when and how to use high beams. So high beams can potentially blind other bikes, other pedestrians, and oncoming traffic. So you want to make sure that they're using their high beams when they're supposed to and not blinding other cars. And then also when it's very dark, turning your high beams on so that you can see animals or other things that are in the road and that's not a hazard. And then finally, kind of tangentially, the fifth reason is the fifth element of safe driving at night is making sure that overall your regular headlights are proper, are good. So a lot of times on older vehicles, the lights will get dingy and they'll get yellow, or maybe a light bulb is out and you're only riding with one as opposed to 2 lights, and that's extremely dangerous. And so you want to make sure that the car is properly maintained and the lights are shining like they need to. A lot of times the trajectory can be a little bit off on the lights, and so if it's too far down, they can't see far enough ahead. If it's too far up, they might be blinding other people and doing things. So you want to be sure that as the parent, you're checking out their car and sending it to maintenance and making sure that they are getting the lights checked. So those are the 5 reasons, or those are the 5 tips to nighttime driving. We have: don't drive while you're tired, make sure you're watching out for pedestrians and bicyclists, getting your eyes checked, making sure that you properly use your high beams, and then overall just making sure that the headlights work properly on the vehicle. My name is Seth Smiley for the Smiley Law Firm, and this is another edition of Parents of Teen Drivers Facebook group. Please feel free to reach out to us, either direct message or leave a comment under this video, and we'll be happy to answer your questions on anything you have. Thank you so much.